Afternoon viewers, welcome to video 5 on this Escort van restoration and modification series. I'll just show you how far we've got. At the moment it's really slow progress, but we've managed to get every bit of underseal off and all that horrible seam sealer. Now it's took 18 hours altogether to scrape all this off, but we're now down to it's like a grey-green undercoat. Now this were underneath everything. It were underneath seam sealer and it were underneath underseal. So not too many unexpected surprises. I weren't expecting that. When I scraped underseal off, there were a hole there. Yeah, that's it for that. There were a great big hole there. So that had to be chopped out. There's a hole behind that spring hanger. I knew that were bad. I'm just soaking spring hangers in WD-40 now to get them off, so I can have a go at repairing that. That side's not too bad, but passenger side's a bit ropey. That I knew about. That should have an hole in it anyway, but it shouldn't be as big as that. So that's going to need some attention. That's going to be a cow bag to get to. That's how big hole should be. That's a bit crispy, so I'll have to have a look into what I can do with that to smarten that up to stop it getting any worse. I've cut that bit out which were round chassis number. Chassis number's there, and I've managed to cut that to avoid cutting into chassis number, and it extends into inner floor inside, so that's a bit bigger than I thought. And I've got to put a plate in there, and that's it for floor. Rest of it's just sills. Engine compartment is just surface rust. There's no holes, so all that's got to be. But there's no underseal on this. This is just oil what's leaked all over and made a mess. So I don't know whether to do away with sound insulation, because it's you can't get it clean and it looks hacky. So I haven't made my mind up on that yet. But yeah, I'm gonna have a go at getting them spring hangers off. I'm gonna powder coat spring hangers if they come up alright. That's if I can even get them off without having to grind them off. And oh, I forgot to mention, there's a hole there. That's pretty ugly. And one there. And there's one at the other side. And one there. So yeah, I forgot to mention then. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attack this with wire brush in angle grinder. Try and get all flaky, crusty rust off, and then decide what I'm going to. Well, I'm going to paint it with Victan rust treatment first. Then I'm going to put some. I'm not putting underseal on. I forgot what they call that other stuff. Oh, I don't know. My mind lately it's gone to mush. I forget what they call it. Anyway, I'll remember for the next bit. See you in a bit. Right viewers, I've run across the entire floor of this van now with grinder, and I've cleaned up all loose rust areas. I've opened up another couple of holes, been a bit too aggressive with a grinder, but it just proved how thin metal were. So that chassis rail's gone through there, and that chassis rail has gone through there, and it's gone through underneath as well. It's gone under there. So that just proved how thin it were in places. But I still overall don't think I can grumble at how bad this floor pan is. It's going to be a lot of work ahead. But like I said earlier, I'm going to treat all this now with Victan. All these rusty areas, all them where I can get to. Not areas what's going to be welded, but I'm going to treat them all with Victan, which will hopefully stop this rust getting any worse. Then I'm going to make all my patch panels up, patch panel it. Then I'm going to stone chip alt floor. I'm going to stone chip it all in grey stone chip, and then I'm going to paint alt floor in white. It's a long way ahead yet, because there's a lot of repairs to do, but yeah, that's where I'm going to be. So this morning's going to be because it's bagging it down with rain outside, so it's going to be just a painting up and then start making a few patch panels up. See you shortly. Right, that's all rust areas covered in Victan. This chemical reaction starts to work, it goes purple. We have painted, and once it's fully cured, it'll turn all converted metal black. Hopefully, and hopefully that'll prevent it from getting any worse just before I put stone chip on, because like I say, it's all going to be coated in stone chip anyway. But now I've rubbed alt surface off, alt loose surface, I didn't want it to get any worse. So yeah, that's prep done. Cut some patches out now and start putting some good metal back in. See you shortly. Little bit more done on van. I'm going to call this an end to video 5. I'll just show you what I've managed to get done. That corner has all been replaced. I don't know if you remember, but all that were missing. So we've tacked a piece in there. This is all going to be seam sealed before it's stone chipped. All this were missing. Bit time I'd done. So all that corner's been replaced. It were all like that corner, all rotten. Only a tiny hole there, but all that had gone. Bit time I'd done cleaning things up. This spring hanger were in pretty good fettle, but other side, half of it had gone. So, oh yeah, I've had to rebuild that. I've had to rebuild that spring hanger there, but it's in two sections. There's a setback section there, so I had to cut that off first, replace back section, and then put top section over top. Don't know if you can see better on that side, but you can see it's in two layers. So that's actual chassis, and that's strengthening brace what goes over top. So I had to cut back, replace what were underneath, and then come forward. The triangular patch what had to go in there, don't know if you remember it, but we've stuck a patch in there. That'll all want seam sealing before we go into stone chipping. And another bad spot with this spring hanger, because that hole were absolutely massive, and it should have had two holes what's already there, as you can see, but that one, it were absolutely huge. So what I did is I just found a big washer what I got, tacked it in and welded around it. This side ain't too bad, but I think it's going to want a little bit of work that side when I tip it other way around and start working on top side. But yeah, that's started to make some forward progress now, starting to get a bit more metal typed in. I put this sill on, but to be honest with you, I weren't happy with it, because middle sill and that sill, which is new, that's all spot on, but I just weren't happy with that floor. So I've ordered an L section to cut all that out and put a new piece in there to joint it, new sill and inner sill. So that'll make that look neat, because that were playing with my OCD, it were annoying me big time. So yeah, call that an end to video 5. A bit of steady forward progress, I hope you agree. Oh, just had that stuck in my foot, no wonder it were hurting, bloody hell. Yeah, so we're starting to go forward now, hopefully, fingers crossed. So thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with me, all my subscribers. I know this is a bit off beaten track for me, but it's something a bit different. You'll have all been getting bored with camper vans anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching, see you in the next video. See you later, fellas.